what we've been doing, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all been amazing with this. I've been asking you guys that, hey, man, any prospects you want us to talk about on the show, to just send an email to Moats' Winners. Moats, my last name, Winners. In terms of we're all winners, WINNERS @gmail.com. to let me know which prospects you like, which prospects you want me to look at and talk about. And today we're going to be focusing a lot more on the offensive line, but these are prospects that we'll be talking about that have all been emailed on numerous occasions from you guys in the chat, man. So big time shout out to y'all for that. And like I said, anybody that, you know, or if you have other prospects you want us to look at and talk about, we'll continue to do this leading all the way up into the draft. All right. So it doesn't matter if it's somebody big school, small school, early draft, late round, whatever. If you want us to check them out, just send an email. Email, once again, is my last name, Moats, and then it's Winners, all right, @gmail.com. Send it in there. And after that, man, we'll check it out. But the first guy we want to talk about today is Tyler Linderbaum.
The guy everyone's talking about.
The guy that has become the second coming of Mike Webster, the second coming of Marquise Pouncey, Damani Dawson. I mean, whoever else is all-time great center. This kid right here, they are already putting that stamp on him. For me, I like the kid a lot. I'm not gonna lie. When I watch him on tape, I think that even though he is smaller in terms of your traditional lineman size, in terms of like height and weight, 6'3", 290, he's still good size for the center position.
Right.
And he is a true center. He's not a converted guy. He's not a guard. He's not a tackle that moonlights as a center. Like, no, he is a center exclusively. I like that a lot about him. I think he's super athletic and rangy too, dude. Like, you watch him, man, you watch him when he's pulling, you watch him when he's climbing to the second level. He's athletic. The same things that we talked about in the positive light with Kendrick Green in terms of how his mobility, right, getting on the perimeters. Tyler Linderbaum does that at an extremely high level, and he just has a lot more natural size and strength to go with it. I also think that, man, in terms of like hand placement, footwork, he's very fundamentally sound. I think one of his best attributes is how consistent he is with that. You watch him when he hits people, what do you see? Them feet start rolling. You see his little hand. And I'm like, all right, I like that, because those are the things that help you win at the second level. Those are the things that help you win at the NFL level, because as a defender, as soon as contact hits me, I'm already escaping. I'm already thinking, okay, get my feet hot. I'm knocking these hands off me. As an offensive lineman, you have to make sure that your feet get rapidly hot, you know, because that's going to keep you in position. That's not going to allow me as a defender to escape one side or the other. And then with his hands just being inside, you controlling that stern wheel. But for me, when I see him, he always finishes in those positions. And I just think that's something that definitely carries over, and why he's viewed as this top prospect. Even talking with the guys at PFF, you know, I'm not a PFF guy, but, you know, at times I have to talk to the PFF people. I mean, they talk about why he's their highest rated center ever in terms of like prospect coming out. They've never had a center prospect rated like him. Not even, yeah, they said like literally nobody. He's the best rated
When
center
did PFF
prospect.
start?
I think he said what? It's been around for 20.
All right, so this dude's gotta be better than Creed Humphrey then.
No, that's what they said. Like without a doubt, that's what they're saying. But now when I watch him on tape, I like that a lot. In terms of, if I would say a negative,
that's interesting, because Creed Humphrey went second round. Why weren't we talking about him last year? Like, and he was one of the top three rookies in the class this year.
Absolutely,
so, man. Do you think this guy's that much of a slam dunk? Because some of the other stuff I'm hearing is like he's like really solid. That's the thing about him. Like, he could help. He has great hand movement, but maybe some of the lower body strength is the thing that he's lacking.
Because I was about to say, like some of the negatives that I had, I said he's not overly strong. Like, he has the size, and his effort definitely helps him a lot more, but he's not like, you watch some of these other guys on tape, when they get hands on guys, it's like, yo, he is just throwing this dude ragdoll. You don't see a lot of ragdoll. You see a lot of just great finishes, but it's more so because of the fundamentals. They keep him in place, but he's not overly strong. I also don't think that his grip is the best either, because even though he does a good job of keeping his feet moving and his hands and trying to finish, you still can see, versus some of the better competition, they can get his hands off of him. And to me, that goes back to just your grip. When I think of Pouncey, when Pouncey's hands were fine before he started having all the cuts and tape and all that stuff, it's like you weren't seeing guys, once he grabbed them, get back off of that. It was, yo, I got you, you're mine now. Whereas at times I have seen with Tyler where guys are still kind of able to get those hands off because he's not a crazy strong grip. That's because he's not a crazy, just strong upper body guy. He just is really fundamentally sound. And I think the effort he plays with makes up for those things.
Yeah. I was hearing that since he was in college, he didn't have to face a dude like Casey Hampton or some type of
because it was a lot. It was a lot more 4.3s instead of 3.4s.
But some are thinking that could be the concern coming into the NFL. Like if you just get a huge dude defensive tackle, they could just mow him over. Well, now I don't want to see those type of scenarios again. We already saw that all this year.
Yeah. Now I would say this though. The reason why I think it's different between Tyler and Kendrick Green is this. Number one, even though Tyler isn't the biggest guy, I still feel like he's naturally bigger in terms of his body type compared to Kendrick Green's body type. I also think that he is more fundamentally sound than Kendrick Green as well. And I think he's currently stronger. Like when we talk about Kendrick, like Kendrick doesn't punch big and he doesn't have like crazy drive in his legs. Whereas when you watch Tyler, like
I think Linderbaum's arms are better too.
Yes,
right?
That's what I'm saying. So it's like Tyler's makeup of his body is still better. Like I said, he's a smaller lineman, but he's still good size for the center position. But when you talk about the effort and the technique, coupling it together, that's why he's talked about so much. That's why they project that he could be really good in terms of his transition to the next level. I don't want to crown him to that extent the way that people have crowned him, because I do think part of it is, man, we know we have a need at center. We know that this guy's look dominant. He's definitely the best center prospect. And the whole, it's Iowa. You know, you go to Iowa, you get that's the O-line factory and all this other stuff. And I feel like it kind of gets it even crazier. But I do think he is a really, really good talent. Like,
what does he got to do then? He just got to put on strength.
Well, honestly, that's the part for me where I'm interested to see, like, is he already strong enough that he could get it done? Or, like you said, does he need to get strength? Because I do think this, if he's going to be matching up against like nose tackles, like in terms of zero techniques, Casey Hampton types, I don't know if he'll be strong enough in that vein, because the difference is this: when he's facing a 4-3 and he's not covered up, he's climbing up to linebackers or he's working the guards. So he has time to get his legs moving. He has time to allow his momentum to help him out, because I say he's not overly strong. When you have a nose technique, a zero over you, as soon as you snap that ball, now it's arms on arms. It's let me see, can I throw you or you throw me? And then I got to get those feet moving after the fact. So it's just a different style of him being able to use his assets, him being able to use his momentum the way that he's been doing it. And that is something that we just haven't seen. So that's why I'm like, I really can't speak on does he need to get stronger or not, because I just haven't seen that look just yet.
Yeah, maybe he could surprise us and handle it in the next level. How would you feel if we took him in the first round?
I'm fine with it. Put it like this: I'm fine with it. I just don't want to move up to get him.
Yeah,
because I've seen him going anywhere between like 10 and 20. But I've seen him linked to Baltimore. I've seen him linked to oh my goodness, it was another team as well. The Giants. They were another team that they was linked to, where they were talking about just the whole center position. I think the Jets might have been another one that are all picking in that same time frame, because he's definitely good. And like I said, I definitely think that he would help our O-lineman out a lot, man. He looks like a technician out there. He is. He definitely is. But for me, like I said, I just want to see him versus some zero techniques, because we just haven't seen it. That's all.
Yeah. Is that it for
that is though for Linderbaum, man. Absolutely. Now he's definitely in the first round category as well, because got to clarify those guys.
We draft him. What do we do?
All right, so put it like this: if we draft him, I'm trying to see if I can get any of those quarterback prospects in that second round. Who is available? Did Malik drop out? Oh,
you're really feeling quarterback now?
Well, in the sense of if I got my center, and I don't anticipate us making this crazy move free agency wise for a quarterback, I'm still going to want to bring somebody in. And I don't want to wait to the middle or the end of the draft to bring somebody in if I'm rolling out there with Mason and Haskins. So I'm looking to see, of my top tier guys, right? Because Kenny Pickett's not going to last that long. But Malik Willis, Sam Howell, Desmond Ridder, I'm saying of those three, did any of those guys last into the second? Because if they did, the value goes up a lot more in the second round versus when you're talking about picking these guys at 20 in the first round.
We might have to trade up in the second for them.
Potentially, yes. Yeah. Potentially. But that's something that I would kind of think of. And then from there, if that didn't work, well, now I'm sweating a little bit, because now I'm saying, well, dang, I really have to go this model of hit on these other side positions since I'm not going to have the quarterback that I want right now.
Right. Yeah. All depends on what we do in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do with Green? Just competition for guard then?
Yeah, I'm fine with that,
we
man.
can't just have him be backup center. We spend a third round pick. At least just put him in competition. Doesn't work out.
Compete, man. Absolutely compete, and may the best man win.
Slug it out the whole season, then maybe you cut him after that if he's just a backup.
No, without a doubt, man. That's kind of what my thought process would be with him, man.
Yeah, it's got to this point though, where you got to spend a third round pick last year. Now a second or potentially a first round pick on Linderbaum. Man. That's where we're at. Yeah, I don't think that should if you make a bad pick. I don't think that should deter you from picking in the same position and try to no, wait, we picked him third round. Let's keep trying it. If it's not working, if you really like this guy, because it does seem like he's really good, just a few things with the strength that we talked about, pick him. I would agree, man. Opposed to that. Depends on who's on the board maybe at the time, but center Tyler Linderbaum sounds like a good pick.
Because the big game is this weekend, right?
Yeah.
I'm expecting some scoring. I'm excited about scoring. Heck yeah, you should be.
Not a defensive game.
I don't expect defense, man. We got LA, we got Cincinnati. We know they put up points, so it should be some big time scoring. And I know that they're going to be scoring on the field, but guys like us, we like to score off the field, baby. And the best way to do that is to make sure that you are always prepared, Deke. And you know the best way to be always prepared, right? Best way to do that is with Manscaped, because they are the leaders in below the waistline grooming. Now, Deke, I'm going to coach you up here, okay? Because I've been married for 10 years, going on 11. I've scored a lot, Yeah. But it's a method to the madness. It is, okay? And I'm going to draw up the perfect play for you. Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
Okay, now usually my favorite play is the annexation of Puerto Rico, but for you, I'll make an exception. We're going to call this the Ultra Premium Collection, all right?
Whoa.
That's how we call it. You got me?
Yeah.
Ultra Premium Collection on 3, okay? So the way we start this out is this. You got to turn the shower on, all right? Bam. Shower rolling. Okay, cool. You gets in the shower. You got to start with the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Hold on. Boom. You see it right here, right? You see it? 2-in-1 shampoo. You got to use that, baby. You got to use, okay? Good. It's perfect, okay? 2-in-1 shampoo. All right? That's the first thing you're doing. So now as you're lathering it up, all right, you're good. Next thing you need to do is hit the body wash, okay? You got to get the body wash. Now, listen, when you're doing the body wash, some people out here, they don't like to wash below their knees. They say the water can just run down and it'll get it up out of there. That is not how this play works, okay? The Ultra Premium Collection play, you got to wash your knees, you got to wash your ankles, and you got to get in between your toes, okay? That's what this is for, okay?
Right here. Listen, I already have that at my house. I wanted to mention this. Give Manscaped some props here. I wear that. I hit the scene on one of these weekend nights. The shorties are complimenting me left and right.
Let's go.
So that has to be part of the playbook.
Let's go. Now, next thing you got to do, you rinse it all off, right? Now you get out, dry yourself off, okay? But now you got to hit the deodorant. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Oh, yeah. Couple stripes of that. How you smelling fresh?
I don't have that part of my playbook just yet.
Come on now.
It should be a good addition. It's like running the jet sweep in Canada's offense.
Listen, if you don't have the jet sweep, man, what are we doing, right? But more importantly, this is the last essential thing that you have to have. It's the Manscaped lip balm, baby. This just dropped. Come on now. You can't score with chapped lips. Winter. Listen, I've tried to score with my wife with chapped lips. She's like, baby. I love you, but not that much. Lip balm right here changed the game. That's all I'm saying. We put up 50 the other day. Okay. So once you do all that, okay, and you're feeling good, and you're deciding whether you want to clothe or not clothe, it's optional. The last thing that I always, recommend if you trying to add that finishing touch, the cherry on top, might I say?
Oh yeah.
Manscaped body spray. Oh my goodness. You just hit that one time like that.
This is better than that Axe spray that you used back in like 6th grade, right?
They're washed. We don't even talk about that. Stuff. But this right there, buddy, that is what you want. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the play. You don't want to miss out on the play, but more importantly, Deke, we got promo code, baby. So, with that being said, use the promo code MOATS so you can get your 20% off and free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. Don't miss out, baby. Score as much as you need to score this week as you're watching the big game, after the big game, and all that other good stuff. And as always, baby, Yeah.